Hello all you super cyclists. My name is Erica, and last year at the Gran Fondo I was doing massage with a few other people after the ride, and I noticed that several people were complaining about some stiffness, some really sore spots up here in the upper back. And I wanted to show you guys a couple of movements, a couple of exercises that you can do to strengthen your upper back, your whole thoracic spine, to take some of the forward rounding out of it that we tend to accumulate through our lives, give you a bit more strength, a bit more upright flexibility to prevent that from happening. So even if you didn't notice it on your ride, or you don't regularly notice it, this is a really good exercise to practice, to check out what's happening back there, and also just to take this familiar, I'm sure we're all familiar with this look, with this position, to take that out of it and remind ourselves how to sit properly. So you want to be on the floor. You don't need a yoga mat. I happen to have mine out. But seated on the floor, bring your soles of your feet to the floor and your big toe edges of your feet together. Bring your feet in as close to your hips as it's comfortable. You don't have to get them super close. Wrap your arms around your knees, and then with your right hand take your left wrist, with your left hand make a fist, and then use your arms to pull yourself forward so you're sitting upright. See if you can press your hips, your sit bones down into the ground, push your feet into the ground, press your knees wide. Pressing your knees wide is going to take your elbows wide, and then even start to focus on taking your shoulders wide, so pulling your shoulders apart, broadening through your collarbone. Take your low ribs back to the wall behind you, take your skull back to the wall behind you, and then your thoracic spine, that space right between the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, you're going to bring it forward and up. So forward towards your sternum, towards the front of your body, and then up towards your throat. You're probably starting to feel that already. So make sure you're really rooting back into your skull, you're pressing your knees wide, you're taking your shoulders wide. If you're not feeling much in your upper back, it could be that you're pulling your low ribs forward. So you want to focus on this area here. Take this back. Take your shoulder blades back. Push your skull back. Imagine someone's trying to push your head forward and you're not going to let them. You're pressing it back. And then right in here, it's actually, if you were wearing a bra, this would be where your bra strap is. So even for all you men folk, I'm sure you know where a bra strap goes. You're going to be pushing your lower ribs back and pulling that area, that bra strap area, forward and up. Pushing your knees wide, taking your shoulders wide. Close your eyes and really focus on your spine. Notice exactly where you're feeling it. And you're going to remember that for the next exercise we're going to do. See if you can pull that bra strap area forward and up a little bit more. And eventually, as you become more aware of your body, more proprioceptive, you can start to move up the vertebrae, and maybe you can articulate individual vertebrae to come forward and up. So take just 3 more breaths here. See if you can slow down your breaths. Breathe into the sides and the back of your body. And then release your arms, your knees. Bring your knees all the way together and then straighten them out in front of you. You can slide the flesh away from your sit bones to help your pelvis tilt forward a little bit more, bringing your spine nice and straight. Flex your feet as if you're going to step on the wall in front of you. Bring your hands interlaced, bring your hands behind you. Take your shoulders back and your elbows forward, keeping them at shoulder distance so they're nice and close into your head, not out wide. Lengthen your spine again, keep your low ribs pressing back, and then round your upper back. So you're not coming for a forward fold to get your belly on your thighs, but you're rounding. Your elbows are coming towards your knees. Push your feet away, keep your feet super flexed, your legs pushing into the ground, your heels pushing into the ground, and then that spot that you were feeling in the last pose that I asked you to remember, lift that part of your spine up as you curl down. So if you're aware of anatomy trains, this movement is stretching the entire superficial back line, which goes from the sole of your foot up the back of your leg, your knee, your thigh, your hip, your spine, on either side of your spine, your neck, over the top of your head. So it's the entire back body. There's a line of fascia that we're stretching here. So this is a really good diagnostic tool to find out where you're tightest in your superficial back line, if you're feeling it in your upper back, middle back, lower back, your hamstrings, anywhere in your legs. So just take a couple more breaths here. See if you can bring your elbows a little lower, lift your spine a little more. Breathe a little deeper. And then inhale, push your feet and your hips into the floor to come back upright. Keep your shoulders down as you reach your elbows away. And then release your hands, and you're done. So that's a great stretch and strengthener to do every day. You can do it before your ride, after your ride. You'll notice a big difference. Another thing to notice is what your posture is like on your bike. I notice sometimes that I have a road bike. When I'm on my road bike, sometimes I end up like this. And the easy way to do that is to bend your elbows slightly and then push into wherever your hands are, your brake hoods or on the lower part of your handlebars. Push the handlebars away. You don't lock out your elbows, keep them a little bit bent, but push the elbows away, and then you can broaden your shoulders. Try to broaden across the front of the shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades on your back, and then that will give you a bit more support. And if you can root into the back of your skull, that's always going to lengthen the back of your neck and stretch out all these muscles on your upper back so they're not just hinging and in a really not unconscious and not engaged stretch, which is what happens when we're like this. So pushing the handlebars away, keeping your upper back straight, your back of your neck nice and long, and that will help your shoulders, your upper back, your neck lots, especially when you have such a humongous ride like the Gran Fondo, which you guys are doing in a couple of weeks. So good luck to you all, and check out other videos to find out more stretches, and see you after the ride. Come see me for a massage.